Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have ruled out Rob Gronkowski for their Week 4 matchup versus the New England Patriots. If you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button if you do enjoy the videos on this channel, and leave your thoughts about Rob Gronkowski being out down in the comment section below. Why is Rob Gronkowski ruled out? Well, for those of you who don't know or don't remember, back in week number 3, Rob Gronkowski was dealt a rib injury in the game versus the Rams. It was a pretty nasty, pretty hard hit from the Rams linebacker that would actually knock Rob Gronkowski out for a portion of the game. Gronk would actually have to go back to the locker room to receive x-rays, but on a silver lining positive note, he did return and finish the game with the team. So, you know, he was hurt. He was in a great deal of pain. He did have to go get x-rays, but he was able to come back and be able to finish the game for the Bucs. So that is good, I suppose. However, after that game, so far throughout the entirety of practices leading up to the Buccaneers matchup versus the Patriots, Gronkowski either did not play or did not practice rather at all throughout the week, or if he did and I just didn't see it, it was at a very, very limited capacity. But as far as I saw reported, Gronk was not practicing at all throughout this past week. So that is also another huge indicator as to why he would be ruled as out for this game. He's still dealing with a pretty intense pain type rib injury that, you know, yes, he did return for the Week 3 matchup, but is definitely going to knock him out here for the Week 4 matchup. What are the Buccaneers losing with Rob Gronkowski not being available for this game? Well, they are losing, in my opinion at least, a huge weapon on their offense. The Bucs are losing so much production, not just as a receiver, but as a blocker, because Rob Gronkowski was off to a fantastic start to the season. Again, both as a blocker and especially as a receiver. I believe he had 4 touchdowns through 3 games. That's pretty darn good. So it's gonna suck missing Gronk in this upcoming game. He's one of Brady's favorite targets. He's one of the best blockers in terms of skill position players on the team, probably the best blocker in terms of skill position players on the team, and he's going to be sorely missed. I think it'll affect the run game if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers decide to run the football, but it's definitely going to affect the passing game in a huge way, I believe, as well, versus a pretty stout, pretty tough Patriots passing defense. So again, this is a very, very huge loss. What can the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do to counter this loss, right? Who should we expect to kind of step up? Well, the 2 names that come to mind are obviously Cam Brate and OJ Howard. Let's go back to Cam Brate first, because so far this year, and you can say this with both of these players, both Brate and Howard, but more so in the case of Brate, he's been playing an actually pretty healthy amount of offensive snaps so far this year that have been increasing on a week-to-week basis. Looking at Cam Brate's overall snap counts, in week number 1, he played in 28% of the offensive snaps. Then in week 2, that 28% increased to 33%. And then finally, in week number 3, it increased from 33% all the way to 45%. And part of that can be because of Rob Gronkowski's injury in week number 3, but also you see that gradual increase in offensive snaps for Cam Brate, which in my opinion shows that the coaching staff trusts him a lot to get the job done. And even in week number 3, he was targeted 5 times by Tom Brady. He was able to secure 4 out of those 5 targets for 35 yards. In the case of OJ Howard, we've also seen an increase on a week-to-week basis in his offensive snap counts, but it's not as significant of a snap count percentage as Cam Brate. OJ Howard played in 9% of offensive snaps in week number 1. That increased to 17% of offensive snaps in week number 2, and then finally it increased yet again to 19% of offensive snaps in week number 3. Now, based on this information, it would seem like the Buccaneers are probably going to turn to Cam Brate more than OJ Howard, and that could certainly be the case, but one could argue that OJ Howard is a better blocker than Cam Brate, and they may miss that blocking ability with Gronkowski more so than the receiving ability, you know, at least if you're the Buccaneers coaching staff. I don't know, but I do think that we will see a healthy amount of both of these tight ends. I don't know if one guy is going to get, more snaps than the other. If that was the case, I would still probably lean with Cameron Brate just because the evidence is there for him to get more playing time over OJ Howard. But again, I still think we're going to be seeing a healthy amount of both of these tight ends. And then finally, this just sucks because this also means that Rob Gronkowski is going to miss his homecoming/revenge game versus the Patriots, which does suck to see. There are still two obvious guys who are going to get that homecoming revenge game type of feel, and I will be talking about that in my preview video later today. But yeah, it sucks that Gronk won't be able to play his old former team. He's still going to be out there, obviously, cheering on the boys. But it sucks that, no, he won't be traveling with the team. So he won't even be on the sideline to cheer for the team. So it just sucks in general. It's just an unfortunate set of circumstances. And I wish Rob Gronkowski nothing but a speedy and healthy recovery so that he can come back and continue to contribute to this team in a major, major way. But anyway, guys, what do you think about Rob Gronkowski being out for the Buccaneers Week 4 matchup? What do you think about the idea of Cam Brate and OJ Howard getting more playing time in this game? Give me your thoughts on all of that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.